Discover how the 9 Stoic rules can transform your life. Hello everyone, how are you? In today's video, I will share the 9 rules of Stoicism that can help you have a fuller and happier life. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that remains extremely relevant today. Are you ready for this inner journey? I remember the first time I came into contact with the principle of virtue in Stoicism. It was as if a light turned on inside me, revealing a path of self-knowledge and self-transformation. The idea of living in harmony with reason and nature resonated deeply within my being, awakening a genuine desire to pursue moral excellence in all areas of my life. I discovered that virtue was not just an abstract concept, but rather a daily practice that involved acting with courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance. By applying Stoic teachings into my routine, I realized that virtue was not a distant goal to be achieved, but rather a continuous process of personal improvement. Each small moral act strengthened my connection to my truest self and brought me closer to the ideal of a full and meaningful life. I vividly remember the moment the lesson of separation between what we can control and what is beyond our control was revealed to me. It was during a period of intense turbulence in my life, where uncertainty and challenges seemed to dominate my thoughts. It was then that I came across the Stoic wisdom that preaches the importance of directing our energy towards what we can influence and accepting with serenity what is beyond our control. This simple but profound lesson transformed the way I viewed adverse situations. Instead of endlessly fighting against the uncontrollable, I learned to focus my strength on the positive transformation of what was within my reach. This shift in perspective not only calmed my troubled mind, but also opened up space for creativity, hope, and a renewed sense of power over my own life. I clearly remember a moment when moderation revealed itself as an essential virtue in my Stoic journey. As I sought balance in all areas of my life, I realized that excess and lack could divert me from the path of virtue. It was by understanding the importance of not giving in to unbridled passions and harmful excesses that I experienced a renewed sense of control over my actions and choices. Moderation did not mean depriving myself of the legitimate pleasures of existence, but rather enjoying them with awareness and responsibility. I found the right balance between the superfluous and the insufficient, understanding that only through moderation could I maintain my focus on the search for wisdom, courage, and justice. Each small step toward moderation brought me closer to the Stoic ideal of a life lived in harmony with the natural laws of the universe. I vividly remember the moment I understood the profound importance of detachment on the Stoic path to a fuller, more meaningful life. It was during a period of intense reflection and self-knowledge that I came across the need to release the ties that tied me to the material world. By practicing detachment, I discovered freedom from the anchors that limited my inner freedom, allowing me to see beyond the illusions of possession and ephemeral power. True happiness, I realized, does not lie in the frantic accumulation of material goods or attachment to passing things, but rather in deep connection with the most authentic self and in gratitude for the simple experiences of existence. By giving up the superfluous, I made space for the essential. By letting go of what was not essential, I welcomed peace and serenity into my heart. Detachment then became a portal to Stoic wisdom, revealing to me the impermanence of all things and leading me to encounter the true wealth that lives within me. I remember a challenging moment when I needed to face my fears with courage and determination. It was as if the universe was testing my resilience and my commitment to Stoic philosophy. In the midst of life's storms, I learned that true courage is not in the absence of fear, but in the ability to act despite it. That situation required me to have a firm stance, to look towards the horizon even in the face of storms. I faced my inner demons, my deepest insecurities, and decided to move forward step by step, even without clearly seeing the outcome of the journey. Each obstacle overcome strengthened my determination and fueled the flame of courage that burned in my chest. I discovered that within me resided an unshakable force capable of transmuting fear into bravery, hesitation into action, I learned that courage is more than an isolated act. It is a daily attitude towards life's challenges, a conscious choice to move forward even when uncertainties haunt us. And so, honing my courage day after day, I took steps towards the inner greatness that was always latent in my being. Throughout my journey of searching for Stoic wisdom, one of the principles that most impacted my life was the cultivation of relationships based on empathy, compassion, and mutual respect. I vividly remember a moment when I was faced with an interpersonal challenge that would truly test my ability to apply this teaching in practical situations. A person close to me was going through a difficult time, and his actions were generating conflicts and disagreements in our relationships. Instead of retaliating with anger or judgment, I decided to adopt an empathetic stance, seeking to understand the reasons behind his behavior. I realized that, often, the pain and anguish of others manifests itself in unexpected and challenging ways. With an open heart and a calm mind, I sought to extend a hand of understanding and acceptance instead of erecting barriers of resentment or indifference. Through this simple gesture, I was able to witness the transformative power of empathy in building bridges between wounded hearts and overcoming adversities in human relationships. Connection based on compassion brought new light to our interaction, allowing us to see beyond past hurts and build a path of healing and mutual growth together. I vividly remember the time when life confronted me with its constant changes, challenging my notion of control and stability. Each setback, each unexpected turn forced me to face the impermanence of existence and to accept that, no matter how much I wanted to predict the future, there was a greater force governing destinies. It was in these moments of uncertainty and discomfort that I understood the importance of embracing change with serenity and adaptability. Resistance gave way to acceptance, and I learned, little by little, to flow with the turbulent waters of life. Each completed cycle brought with it valuable lessons about rebirth and growth. Each farewell made room for new beginnings, full of promise and possibility. I learned that true wisdom lies in the ability to dance to the changing rhythm of the universe without losing balance or center. Accepting change as an inevitable part of the human journey has proven to be one of the greatest gifts that Stoicism has brought to my life. I remember a challenging period in my Stoic journey, in which self-discipline proved to be a powerful ally in my process of personal transformation. I confronted my weaknesses and negative impulses, which at times threatened to distract me from the path of virtue and self-mastery. It was through the daily practice of controlling my thoughts and actions that I discovered the true inner strength that exists within me. Each conscious choice to resist ego temptations and harmful impulses strengthened my resolve and my connection to my highest self. Self-discipline became not just a habit, but a tangible expression of my willingness to live in harmony with Stoic principles. Day after day, I chose the path of discipline over ease, excellence over mediocrity. And on this inner journey towards mastery over myself, I discovered that true freedom lies in the ability to master my own weaknesses and awaken the unlimited potential that dwells within my being. I remember the day I decided to value the present time like never before. It was one of those moments of stillness when the golden sun was setting on the horizon, painting the sky with shades of orange and pink. I sat by the river, letting the gentle breeze caress my face, and the sun's rays warm my skin. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, absorbing every detail of that unique moment. I then realized the profound truth contained in the simplicity of the present moment there. In that simple contemplation of nature, I found the inner peace I was looking for so much. I promised myself that from now on I would dedicate myself to living each moment with fullness and gratitude. After all, the present is all that is true and ephemeral in this vast and impermanent universe. Since then, I have cultivated the practice of being truly present in each experience, savoring the small joys of everyday life, and learning from adversity with humility and courage. Valuing the present time has become not just a motto in my life, but a constant reminder of the preciousness of the here and now. Every heartbeat echoes the fleeting melody of existence, inviting me to dance fervently in this delicate balance between past and future. And so I follow my path, honoring the present as a priceless treasure that shapes my past and sows seeds for tomorrow. Throughout my journey of discovery and learning in Stoicism, one of the most impactful lessons I had the privilege of absorbing was the deep reflection on the impermanence of all things. I remember a special moment in the midst of a serene natural setting where I was able to contemplate the ephemerality of life and the experiences that make it up. It was as if the wind whispered ancient secrets in my ears about the transience of time and the fleetingness of moments. In that magical moment, I realized that everything that surrounds us is constantly changing, from the seasons to the cycles of human existence. I learned, with gratitude in my heart, to welcome this universal truth without resistance, but with acceptance and wisdom. Understanding impermanence did not bring me sadness or melancholy, but rather a deep sense of appreciation for the present moment and the preciousness of each breath. Each heartbeat echoed the rhythm of fleeting eternity, inviting me to embrace each day with kindness and each encounter with love. I understood that by accepting the transitory nature of life, we can free ourselves from the bonds of attachment and live with greater lightness and detachment. This Stoic teaching continues to echo in my soul like a beacon of serenity in the storms of everyday life, constantly reminding me of the ephemeral beauty of now and the precious gift of existing in this vast, ever-moving universe. Did you like the content? Comment below which Stoic rules you intend to apply in your life. I hope these 9 rules of Stoicism have brought inspiration and reflection to your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive more content like this. A big hug and see you in the next video.